Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts and to the Austrian campaign, the Imperial Austrian campaign. Things have been pretty quiet for Austria since the end of the war. China is still a bit of a concern, but their economy is negative at the moment because they're locked in a war with Russia and Japan. They're also very friendly with us. They're also no longer communist, which is, again, interesting. But even more interesting is we're sitting here as the number 2 economy in the world, posting massive growth because we're at peace, but we are about to be at war with the British again, which is going to ruin that. But before that happens, we need some new ships because the Castaferum dreadnoughts are starting to commission up. We need a new ship to, well, we need to be building ships all the time, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So, we do have the battlecruiser 2, right? Because the overlords are 25. These things can be 30. I want to try and build a fast version of the Castaferums, but I don't know. This is probably going to be exactly a Yorick. 28 knots. Sure. Let's go for this. Oil and a geared turbine on. Induced boiler's probably enough. 14 base accuracy. It's pretty heavy, but not terrible. A funnel. Again, that one is very heavy. Let's go with that one for now. Secondary towers. You've got this one with the built-in bar bit, but we'll just go with this one. See, the thing is, this would be perfect for 4 guns. Mind you, the quarterdeck's really small, so maybe we just don't use the quarterdeck. And I think we're going to go, to start with, 14-inch guns. One thing is, it's now a little bit tricky to place turrets on barbette. Sometimes you've got to pixel hunt. There you go. So yeah, let's go with 14-inch 45s. And then all the mod cons, which are going to add a fair bit of weight to the ship. I think I'll stick with the Cordite 2 for the Cordite 2 is quite a nice setup. And then we've got 79% to put in the armour, but we also want some casemates. Let's go with the 7s again. Also 45s. Armour quality is 130. Not too shabby, actually. Okay. We're not going Let's start protecting ourselves against high explosive with a 3-inch, right? And protecting the decks from any likely problems. Something like that to start with. And then, yeah, I think a 14-inch main belt's fine. Maybe a little bit more on the turret. And then 3, 4, 5, something like that. And I'm only, only 3% overweight. Forced isn't going to get me any weight back, is it? No. Maybe tuck these in a little bit. 2%. I could lower bulkheads to many. That would probably do it, actually. Or I could drop range by a tick. Let's drop range by a tick. Nearly 14,000 kilometers is just fine. I'd love another gun, but at the moment I don't think it's doable. And considering that they're 6,000 tons lighter than the Castroferums, I don't think it's reasonable to expect them to have the same firepower and more speed. These are going to be the Dominions. Yeah, I think that works. It looks a little bit different from Alerik, surprisingly enough. But I think that's definitely a fast battleship style battlecruiser. It's got a lot more protection than, say, a Repulse. Which has the same... Okay, Repulse has 15s and this has only got 14s, but we're in the same kind of ballpark of firepower. But we've got this heavy secondary battery as well. I think they'll do just fine. We've got a little bit of a forward weight offset though. Maybe we could fix that. Also make it look more Alerik-like. If you don't know what I'm talking about with the Alerik, well, ages ago now, I had a German campaign, and I started doing this style of design with a long nose, and on this type of hull, with the 14-inch guns. See, now we've got an aft weight offset. It doesn't look quite right with that empty quarter deck, but I think it's a pretty well balanced ship. I mean, 0.1 is negligible. I think it looked better before. See, what I'd love to do, just out of interest, 8% over, because that would be an insane amount of firepower. But something else would have to go. You would probably have to min-range standard bulkheads it. It's still got the armour though, hasn't it? Oh, that's too tempting. That is too tempting to have the 8 14-inch guns on a 28-knot hull. That's pretty decent even into the late game. And she won't feel undergunned. And we can enhance her protection later when we get some displacement back. Oh, that is a tempting one. Yep, screw it. We're going to go for it. It might be a mistake, but we're going to go for it. The Dominion class. Right, let me work out how many of these I can build. I think 3. Indeed, 3. The Dominion, the Archduke Franz Ferdinand, and the Inane Lupus. Lovely. So we'll have 3 Overlords, 3 Dominions, 3 Contemptors, 2 Castroferums. I'd like more of those, ideally, but yeah, the main limit that we have is our total shipbuilding cap, which is much harder to increase compared to the max shipyard size, because the only things that count are these 3 ports in Croatia for that, which is kind of weird that if you capture all of Italy's shipbuilding capacity, it doesn't get added to your own. Anyway, enough of my moaning. Let's wait for the British to declare war on us. Alright, I'm continually expanding the max shipyard size. This does add a little bit to your shipbuilding cap. We have 24,000 tons spare, which means we could try and pop out something else. I'm not sure we really want to be investing in heavy cruisers, because I could build a couple of heavy cruisers, because we haven't built anything on the large armoured or the armoured cruiser 5. The 5 might be a good bet because it's 23 knots. This thing is just too slow to be useful. Even though it's a nice hull, it's just incredibly slow. In fact, I'm going to make a note of that. Let's fix that. Hull fixes. Because one of the advantages of making your own mod is that for version 3 we can fix that. Design speed of the Austrian large armoured cruiser. What are the other armoured cruisers here? 20. Well, given that you have this and this around the same time, at least 23.5 knots, please. Excellent. Right, well then that'll fix that. But no, let's stick with the 5. We're going to want to stick to 12,000 tons. So let's reduce beam. We're going to go for 12,001. Really? Minus 1% draft. There. I'm going to go 23 knots, I think. Would be kind of the same-ish speed as the Castroferums, but it'll be able to keep pace with the slower ships, but it's not going to be able to keep up with the Dominion, so it's more of an escort, I guess. Let's just go with that one. Ooh, that's very big. They're all huge. Okay, so let's just go with the cheapest one. And I'd rather have this one because it's slightly smaller. 5, 7, 8, 9, yeah. No, it's too big. Let's go with a little one again. Oh, that's still very tall. A funnel. There's a lot of like little bits all over this thing. Now, the previous cruiser we built was the Aggressor, which had the 11s. I think. Oh, we've got the 8-inch Mark III. Suffer a lot using triples, so I think this one is going to go back to a slightly smaller gun. Let's use 8. I wonder. I push. Should be no mounts. Yeah, there's a bloody mount. Knew there was. Right. If I push all this forward, I'm wondering. Which one's this retail for? That's very restricted. Is that because of the rear tower? Yeah, it is. Okay. There we go. That gives it a clear firing line. Oh, excuse me. Goodness. Right. Wait a minute. It's not firing over the... Okay. It really does need a clear gap for its bottom, doesn't it? Right. There we go. So we go with 8 8-inch guns. No, not 8 8-inch guns. 10 8-inch guns. With a bunch of 4-inch guns. We can keep the torpedo launchers because this thing is not fast. They're more defensive than anything. And yeah, I think that works. Right, let's build out the rest of the ship. Oil. Probably an induced boiler. Yeah, the gear turbine's slightly lighter. Doesn't have the best engine efficiency. Big funnel 2? Ah, that's close enough. Throw on all our usual accoutrement. No, not electrical. Much prefer the electro-hydro. And then we've got about 11% remaining for armouring. Okay, well, we definitely don't want to take hits from a 4-inch gun. We don't want taking hits from high explosive 8s either. So 2, 2, and 2. Dex, probably get away with 0.5 and 0.2. It's still pretty early in the game. Want at least, probably want 8 on the tower and the turret faces. 1.5 on the top. 7.5, and then yeah, we can't have an 8-inch main belt. We don't need it. 7.5 is probably okay. 2.2. 2. To 1% over. I haven't done gun lengths either, because I would like these to be 40s and these to be 40s as well. 2% over. I will take a range reduction and get a nice little cruiser. It's not very fast, but other than that, it'll do just fine. Let's go with the dictator. All the D's. Right, I think that's a nice little ship. Save that, and I will get 2 of these under construction. Here we go. Dictator and Demise of Chaos, which is going to absolutely stretch our shipbuilding capacity to the limit. But we might as well. Right. How are things looking on the politics front? Yeah, this is going to be an issue. Right. Let's assess our strategic options against the British. We definitely want to pick up any remaining African stuff that they have, which is all here in West Africa. And then I think we want to focus on picking up anything else they have over here. I don't think they have anything else on this side of the map. No, they don't. So yes, we'll focus on taking their remaining African and Far East holdings. We might try and cheekily pick up Bangladesh, because it might let us push into India. Yeah, that seems like a plan. And there we go. After a little bit of prodding, war. Now, I may have preempted this slightly by placing the ships. So we've got the pre-dreadnought fleet and we've got the dreadnought fleet all teed up and ready to go. So we're immediately going to hit, well, probably both of these, to be honest. And then we'll move down to the Gold Coast and Nigeria. We'll wrap all this up as quickly as we possibly can. We'll get everybody onto sea control. We will also preempt losing transports by maxing out the transport slider. And then I think we are ready to go. Well, well, well. Seems the British object. Okay. That's a pretty big fleet you got there. Montague class battleship. They are in between the Contemptors and the Castroferums. 6 twin 12-inch guns. They're not fast. Are they all that like that? Yes, they are. No, they're not. Repulse down here. A slightly older type of ship with 4 13.7s and a bunch of interesting looking heavy cruisers. Those are escort ships with 2 8-inch guns and then a whole bunch of 4.6s. Some torpedo boats and some light cruisers. Well, okay. Time for our dreadnoughts to show what they're made of, I guess. It's nice to see the AI coming out to play. Okay. Right, we're just going to go in one big line. Because I think all of the ships do... Well, 21, 22. It's close enough. And we're going to start turning, if you please. These 14-inch guns are going to have to do a lot of work here. Right, let's have a proper look at you. Yep, generation 1. maybe 2 Dreadnought. Can't tell if it's Dreadnought 1 or Dreadnought 2. So they don't have quite as much firepower as they do on paper because they've got 2 pairs of side turrets because they've gone with a battle hexagon. 12.2 Mark IIs, to be expected. They're not that well armoured, and it's not the best quality either. Only nickel steel. So they cheap down on the construction a bit of these. And yeah, they only have 8 guns aside, which is exactly the same as the Contemptors. Definitely want them to come to us. Still waiting for our line to sort itself out. The 7-inch guns should prove helpful. Got 7s and 6s. The Contemptors do have the torpedoes, but the Castroferums don't. Right, what do we got? Here's one of those cruisers. Yeah, very light on the main guns. It's nearly all secondaries. Don't have to worry too much about those. And then, yeah, we've got a couple of torpedo boats. Are there battleships in range yet? No. Simple answer to that. But just for the avoidance of doubt, main guns on their battleship, please. Don't want to be wasting shells at shooting at torpedo boats that are probably never going to engage. I'm just going to sail right past the fleet. Now we can start opening up. How did their crews green? Interesting. Some of them are trained, but yeah, 1 or 2 green crews in there. Oh, I hit already. That's pretty impressive at 15, 16 kilometers out. Royal Oak. Approaching the line. Get on the funnel. Well, like, she's coming in. The angle's not brilliant. Might try some high explosive on it. See if that's any more effective. It is not. Oh yeah, there we go. Main belt pen. Hit the bridge. Oh. The Dibus Unitus took a hit there. Well, put him down. Seem to be landing hits anymore, which is weird. There we go. Finally got one to bite. There's some target switching going on as well, but not super sad about that as long as they're focusing on battleships. Secondary guns are probably best used trying to eliminate those torpedo boats. Okay, another hit to the bridge. And we're looking, no, not too bad. Torpedo bridge has taken a hit to her bridge. Lack of conning tower armour coming to bite me in the arse, as usual. Huge hit on a cruiser. That explains it. Not an enormous hit. 7-inch gun on a torpedo boat. Right, Royal Oak finally sinks. Good. Flooding. Gripen, the Dominion, please. Cast the Ferrum, Implacable. Who are you targeting? Montague, that's fine. I'd rather focus on the ones that are broadside onto me. Oh, like that. Fantastic shot. Oh, and it's exploding. Lovely stuff. Not all of the turrets cooked off, but most of them did. Oh, and another one's exploding. Something wrong with our ships today. Indeed. And that one did lose its A turret. Hey, all of them! Full house! Yeah, Implacable going to the bottom. Right. Go for the Queen. And Agripan, go for Illustrious, please. You, also illustrious. You, queen. Damage, good damage. The main guns out of action. Oh, solid hit. Taking damage in return though, for sure. Zog, Contemptor, and Vidibus all taking too much hurt for my liking. Cruiser the Hawk getting savaged by the 7-inch guns. Also using nickel steel, is it? Yeah. Interesting. Oof. Illustrious gonna sink pretty short. Hey, hey, Marlborough going pop. Still has one gun operational. Oh no, it doesn't. I have no ammunition. Don't think she's going to last too much longer anyway. Nope. Finish off the Dominion, and then we can attack the second group over here. See if we can take out the armed cruiser with the secondary battery. Yeah, I think Dominion's toast. Right, let's try and get over to help the Contemptors. Cruiser is hiding behind the sinking wreck of the Illustrious. Turn the main guns off for a second. Just wasting shells otherwise. Herzog in trouble. Britannia is pressing a hard torpedo. 3 torpedoes. Realize we've gotten that close. Gonna have to detach and not retreat, withdraw, but just regular withdraw. And still, well, take out a main gun and cause the Montague to explode. Oh, there's one down. Pulse has already taken a little bit of damage. Hey! Now she's going to take a lot more. Oh, she's actually a pre-dreadnought. Harvey armor had better quality stuff in it. Huh. What? Let's talk about getting... No! No, she's dead. Damn. That's a bitter loss. Right. The Britannia, if you wouldn't mind, needs dealt with. Please stop that. Oh, that's too much flooding. That's too much flooding. Oh, beans. I really messed this one up. Badly. Britannia absolutely carrying the rest of the British fleet. I got too close. It's very stupid of me. By not exploding, taking out 2 of my dreadnoughts, which is not very nice. Would you cease? Actually cease. There we go. No! No! What the hell? That's crazy. It's actually crazy. Oh my word. I mean, I know I've won, technically, but... this is an absolute hero ship. Yes. Right. Wow. Okay, yeah, technically a victory, but a costly one. We lost 3 dreadnoughts, including both of our best dreadnoughts, which is really bad. And they lost 9 ships. Well, nine battleships. That was really costly. Pyrrhic victory, and a half there. Jeez. Okay. Christ. Well, I'm glad we've got more ships on the way, but yeah, I'm going to have to totally rethink dreadnoughts designs because we don't have any anymore. The 3 that we do have are in bad shape. No, I think I still will fight to the end. Yikes. That was a lot of victory points. It's still at 100%. That's something. But ouch. Absolutely ouch. Okay. Well, we don't have any of these anymore. I mean, we could just build some replacements, but that was my most expensive ship. I lost both of them. Oof. Is the Dominion just a better bet? We were about to get the Dreadnought 3, so we can do that, but oof. See what happens when the AI... You know, those ships weren't amazing. You saw them exploding away, but yeah, when they have one that doesn't do that, and because this game now has to put armour on its ships. Ooh, spicy. Maybe this... How many do they have, Britain? Okay, we did... They only have 3 battleships left. Okay, so it was strategically important for us. Well, I think with that, I'm going to end. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Bye for now.